Keith Urban, Nicki Minaj, Randy Jackson, and Mariah Carey.
To give our idols inspiration for tonight's theme. By the way, I think I smell your perfume. Is that you? That's your perfume. Is it your fragrance? I could smell it up there. I'm like, it smells like Nicki just walked by.
Plug happening.
No plug. Anyway, to give our idols inspiration for tonight's theme, they were treated to a Motown masterclass from Smokey Robinson. I don't even want to know what that's used for. After that, both Jimmy and Smokey sat down at the mixing board to run the performances. Well, I need some MC, but bless me.
Yes.
This is what went down with our very own Candace. Randy, you've...
Yes.
Okay.
He holds the torch.
Thank you.
Great.
I mean, is there anything else that how could you not believe that you belong in the competition? In a lot of ways, you epitomize what this competition is. And I think that you know what I want to hear. You know I want to hear that thing that you do that you know how to do. And I don't want to go into it with you because this is something that we've talked about a lot. But tonight, I do think that it was you just straightforward giving them like a soulful R&B, old school, gritty when you wanted to be and pretty when you wanted to be. I thought it was excellent. I just want to hear more of that churchy jazz moment that I'm going to get from you before this competition is over, because I know you're going to be here that long.
I promise. It is true. I mean, Cree outshined you in that moment.
Okay. I don't even know if there's enough time for me to really pick this apart, because the powers that be live to cut me off when I get to talking a bit. But I will say this. This was a sisterhood moment. You guys were together upon the stage. And I felt when there was a moment, and actually, Cree, you were looking for a lyric, am I wrong? And she gave it to you. You guys looked, I thought there was a moment where you guys were like having a united moment. I'm not trying to say like, oh, you versus you. It's not that.
We catch each other when we fall.
I felt that. And to me, that's the most admirable thing that I saw. Because it's like, whether the pitch, yes, in the beginning, the pitch was a little sketchy. I noticed that. Whatever, it happens. In a way, it's a hard song to sing because it's not really written as like this big singing song. So, I actually felt like, Cree, I wanted to hear you do those ad-libs that the amazing singer who sang on the original song was doing. Nicki, though, those were fantastic. But you chose to save it for your solo, maybe, perhaps.
Happy birthday from us, by the way.
There's always a Janelle, and you do it well. But what I was going to say is there's always that little bit of Janelle fire that comes from you. And Cree, there's always the star power that there's a quality in you that we see it, we hear it, we feel it. And the both of you were very, very good.
All right, well, Mariah, what do you think?
Okay. I hear you about some of the pitch things and all that. I would like to say I think it was a smart choice to choose a song that was a little bit more in your sweet spot, in terms of your register.
Yeah.
And I think that you did listen to a lot of the critique, but what I noticed most was that your courage and like just the guts that you have, like just really felt like you were back. And, I'm happy about that for you. And I want you to just take the critiques, because if we have to critique you, and it's only for your own good. So just take them and listen. And if you believe something, say, hey, maybe I'll try that or not. But either way, great job for coming here and doing it again.
Thank you.
Janelle at her finest. Janelle, that was you at your finest. I can't even imagine starting out and having Smokey Robinson, the legendary Smokey Robinson, and Jimmy Iovine in the studio to work with you. That was you at your finest, as I've said. And you know what? Anything that anybody said earlier, you just proved them wrong. Great job.
What you think?
I loved it. I loved it from the second I heard what was going on in the studio. And I was happy because I said, okay, I love the tracks of My Tears. I might have wanted to hear Ooh Baby Baby from you if we were doing a Smokey Robinson song, because that is just, I would love to just have you stand there and sing that. And I was like, oh, why didn't he choose that? It's my favorite. But I just have to say, I felt like this was flawless from you. I could have heard you go for it a little bit more. I know you're restraining because Jimmy likes that. But I hope America really, really understands how good that was and how good you are.
Thank you so much.
Yes, indeed. Hashtag pow. Oh my goodness. That was so pow. I loved it. I heard all of your voices individually when you would take the moments. Candace, of course, you had an incredible couple of runs in there that Randy and I looked at each other and said, okay, that was quite wonderful. And you guys, I mean, both of you, when I heard this song was happening tonight, I was a little confused. Like, I thought, first I was like, Amber's doing it? I didn't know who was doing it. I thought it was a solo. Now, come to find out it's all three of you. I thought, there were moments. Angie, I heard you. You came through. It was really nice to just hear that tone in your voice that I love when you're up there in your upper register. And darling Amber, you were made for this moment. I don't even have to say a word, So anyway, A+ amazing for me.
Thanks. What's going on up in here?
He too
is in it to win it, yes.
Oh my goodness. Burnell, I do love the ensemble. I have to say, it has nothing to do with anything else, but I love to see you shining there, standing, just looking so debonair.
Thanks.
And, you picked one of my favorite songs ever, and I think you did a really good job with it. I feel like all you needed to do were the things that you did, like a couple notes here and there to add a different type of modern flavor, and that's what you gave it. And so I appreciated that performance. Thank you, darling. Thank you.
I mean, you're usually so right on. I mean, it was not right on tonight. It was not great tonight. It was not great.
Is it me? Is it me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Angie.
Hi.
You look fantastic, first of all. Very sexy moments. Risque, darling. A little risque. I was going to say that, wow, it must have been incredible for you as a songwriter to be able to sit with Smokey Robinson. And,
Yes.
that's like,
Yes.
you'll have that forever, that moment. That's amazing. But what I was going to say is I would have rather heard you at the piano, because I love to hear you at the piano. And I know you're probably sick of that. But and I'm not saying this song because I did a remake of it. I'm only saying because it would have been, we're doing Motown, Detroit, all those things. You could have sung I'll Be There at the piano and swung it home. That's what I think. And I'm sorry if somebody else disagrees with me, but I want you to do the best you can as Angie. And I feel like this is not necessarily what you do best, because I love when you just relax singing in the way that you naturally sing. And I think you do a great job at that. So there you go.
If your thing is not R&B or bluesy, switch it up and do what you shine at. Don't try to come out here and give us another side. We ain't asked for another side yet.
Angie, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so what was it like for you singing that song? We heard what their feedback was. How was it for you?
I just wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not thinking about it too much and having fun.
And so listening to that, if you are back next week, what do you think the plan will be for you?
To keep having fun. Yeah.
Nikki's saying stick to what you know. Mariah's saying get behind that piano.
Hear her in who she really is. That's all. I know you come from a faith-based background, and I love when you sing songs that have a bit of that in it, because I feel you're immersed in the song. That's all I'm saying.
But still have fun, though.
Have fun. Always have fun. Dress how you like, be what you like.
And if you had fun watching, if Angie is your favorite, you can vote online.
Was a tour de force. Tour de force, darlings. Do you know what that means? Does anybody know what tour de force means?
Right there with you, Mariah.
It was I loved it. Let me bring it down to the lowest common denominator, it was impeccable. I particularly the ending was just, you took it someplace that, I mean, I've been listening to that song my whole life. I'm sure you loved different versions of the songs. So good. I loved it. Beautiful. So beautiful. Tour de force.
It was a tour de force, Mariah. Absolutely. It was amazing. We all got on our feet.
Moi? Hey, Cree. When I knew that you were, I had heard you were doing that song, I said, you know what, that's gonna be interesting because I'd love to see how the band takes it and gives it a little bit. I know it was sort of a little bit of a country, slightly a country infusion. And this is a song I actually sang when I was first starting with the piano, and I was like, oh, why did I do that? Because this is Aretha Franklin, and it's like, she's the queen, but I commend you for doing the song because I think that it's like, you know what, we have to keep doing these things and reinventing them so people remember people like Aretha Franklin, Queen of Soul. And I love you, and I know that you're here to stay as well. Just like Randy said, here to stay in this competition. Bravo. Bravissima.